Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy B here with you for another Mystery Monday, and this one kind of hits a little differently today. We're literally recording this a couple hours after we just recently learned the news that Bob Saget, fame of Full House and of course the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos, recently passed away at the age of 65. At least as of right now, at the time of taping, no site has been shown. They're saying there are no drugs or foul play in hand in his death. But 65 for a comedian talent or man of any age, still a little young to be dying. So we are playing today's game in tribute to Mr. Saget, a game that he hosted and had pretty good success with on NBC. We're about to play some 1 versus 100. And today I have Mr. Kevin Henry here with me. He's going to try his luck to see if he can't walk out of here with $1 million. Well, what's up, Kevin? Kevin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is. I was wondering if he's at. You ready?
I didn't hear a word you said.
That's okay. You ready to play?
I am, and if I may say real fast, I appreciate you having me. Obviously, I remember Bob Saget very well. Watched him on Funniest Home Videos, as you mentioned. I got to watch him on Full House many years later. Also saw him on Fuller House. Saw him in a few different film cameos. My favorite being Half Baked. And for you children, do not watch that. But yeah, it's a great loss. I think we're all affected by it because he brought families together, and he'll always be remembered for that.
Yeah, that is. Watching America's Funniest Home Videos every week was always a fun part. Our family would always get together and laugh with it. So we're gonna miss you, and I'm gonna try to do him some justice, or at least not royally mess up on this one as we play some 1 versus 100. So
let's do it.
With that said, let's get to the game. All right, Kevin, the game's quite simple, as you know. Either you win or they win. You and the mob are going to be answering the same questions. You get one wrong, you're out. But you'll win money for each mob member that's eliminated. And if at any point you get stuck, you get 2 helps to help you along the way. You can poll the mob to see how many members chose a particular answer, or you can trust the mob, and you'll automatically be locked into their most popular answer. At certain points in the game, you'll get a chance to stop and take the money you've won and walked away. But for now, it's 1 versus 100. And under our first 3 questions here, each mob member you eliminate is worth $1,000. So,
all right.
With that said, here comes your first question. A minute ago, you were in the ocean, and now you're totally shucked. What are you? An eel? An oyster? Or a squid? Mob, lock in your answers. All right, Kevin, what do you say?
Well, my first inclination was to not do the late Bob Saget any kind of injustice by screwing up on the first question, and I think I'm going to be pretty safe here. So, if I'm totally shucked, that would make me an oyster. B, lock that in.
Locking in B. All right. We lock in answer B. The audience seems to approve here. Let's find out. Are you an oyster? Yes, you are. That's correct. Very good.
All right.
All right, let's see how many mob members got that wrong for $1,000 apiece. Just 2. All right. That's $2,000. That's 2 down. And you've got 2 more questions to go before you can bail out of the game. So now it is 1 versus 98. Here's your question. What does Rachel Ray like oolong and hot? Her pasta, her sausage, or her tea? Mob, please lock in your answers. All right, they're locked in. Kevin, what do you say?
Well, I know oolong is a type of tea, and tea can be hot as well, so I would have to say her tea, C, lock it in.
All right, she says T. As I fly over here as I'm out of the way of the scoreboard and everything. Is the correct answer her tea? It is T. You got it. Very good.
Sir.
All right, let's see how many mod members got that wrong for $1,000 each. There's 2. And that's it. 2 more. All right.
2 at a time.
All right. 4. That's 4 mod members down. You've got $4,000. One more question to go before you can bail out of the game. So now it's 1 versus 96. Here comes the question. Which of these fictional characters would you most expect to see with their hand up their shirts? Again, which of these fictional characters would you most expect to see with their hands up their shirts? Lilo and Stitch, Bert and Ernie, Garfield and Odie. Lock in your answers, Mop. All right, Mob's locked in, Kevin. What do you say?
Ooh. Hand up their shirts. You know,
No, if you're stuck.
I didn't watch a lot of these as a kid. I was too busy watching game shows when I had the time in sports.
Right.
I'm actually kind of embarrassed by this. I'm going to have to trust the mob.
Okay, you're going to trust the mob. You going to lock that in?
Yeah.
All right, going to trust the mob. Well, it's an early question, so hopefully most of the mob will know it. So that's going to leave you with 1 help left. You're going to be now locked into their most popular answer.
I'm sure everybody's screaming at me right now.
All right, let's see what answer did they pick. Said Bert and Ernie. Let's see if it is. 86 of the mob members said B. Let's see if it's the correct answer. It is Bert and Ernie.
Thank you, mob.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie were puppets on Sesame Street. So, let's see. I mean, if 86 of them got it right, that means you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mob members got it wrong. Give you another $10,000, Kevin. So you have a grand total now of $14,000. And this is your first chance to get out of the game. You can stop here and take your $14,000, or you can risk it and try to go on and beat the mob. So do you want the money, or do you want the mob? Audience, what do you think?
I gotta continue. Let's go for the mob.
He wants the mob. All right. Well, let's get on to our game. It's now 1 versus 86. All right, the next 2 questions, Kevin, are each mob member eliminated will get you $2,000. Here it comes.
All right.
If the weights in the following people's names represented their actual weights, which celebrity would weigh the heaviest? Again, if the weights in the following people's names represented their actual weights, which celebrity would weigh the heaviest? Sharon Stone, Carrot Top, Heather Graham. Mob, please lock in your answers. All right, Mob has locked it in. Kevin, we come to you. What do you say?
Well, I don't think Carrot's that heavy. I'm going to pull the mob.
Going to pull the mob. Want to lock that in?
Yes.
All right. And pull the mob. That is your final help. From this point, you are on your own. So, all right. You can choose one of the answers, and we'll show you how many mob members pick that answer. So, which one would you like to know?
I would like to know more about Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone. All right. Answer A. Let's see how many of our mob members chose A.
Well,
82 of them have said A. So an overwhelming majority here have said A. But what do you say?
well, Brandon, I'd be a damned buffoon if I did not go with 82 members of the mob. I will go with A, Sharon Stone, and lock it in.
All right, locking it in.
Math also not being my greatest suit either. You know that.
Right. Well, either you're all going to be right, or we're going to have a mass elimination right here. Is the correct answer Sharon Stone? It is. You got it. All right. Now we see the mob members who got it wrong for $2,000 apiece. For that's another $8,000. Add to what you won, you've got $22,000 now. You got one more question you have to answer correctly before you can bail out again. So you're all out of helps, so you got to do this one on your own.
All right.
Good luck, sir. It's 1 versus 82. Here comes your question. Talk about being out of touch. How many U.S. states do not touch another state? 1, 2, or 3? Bob, lock in your answers. All right, is locked in. Kevin, come to you. How many U.S. states do not touch another U.S. state?
Well, I feel pretty confident about this one because all of the lower 48 touch each other in some way. So it's got to be Alaska and Hawaii, and those are two. So I will say B2, lock it in.
Lock it in, B. Quick with come out the answer there. Let's see if he can get you some more money. Are there 2 states that don't touch each other? There are, you're right.
Yes, sir.
All right, see how many got wrong for $2,000 each. 9 of them got it wrong. That's another $18,000, Kevin. Gives you a grand total now of an even $40,000. You can take that money and stop now, or you could risk it and go on and try to take down more of the mob. There's 73 of them left. So the question is simple. Do you want the money or do you want the mob?
You know, it's interesting because at the time we're taping this, I had just taped a game of Deal or No Deal earlier on my channel, and I bailed out at $40,000. So it's very ironic that I see that same figure now. And where I wimped out then, I'm not going to wimp out now. I want the mob.
He wants the mob! All right. Well, $40,000 up for grabs, and I hope you can win a lot more because we're going to continue the game. It's 1 versus 73. Now, from this point on, Kevin, you will be able to bail out after each question. But on this particular level, each mob member that you eliminate will get you $3,000. Here comes your question. What famous document begins when in the course of human events? Is it the one written in 1776, one written in 1783, or one written in 1787? Mob, lock in your answers. All right, you're locked in. And get to the difficult part now, Kevin. What are you thinking?
Oh, it's not what I think, it's what I know. When in the course of human events starts the Declaration of Independence, which was written in 1776. A, lock that in.
You You heard it right there. With extreme confidence in his voice, he believes it was this famous document in the course of events began in 1776. Is it the right answer? Yes, it is. You got it.
Yes, sir.
It is the opening line to the Declaration of Independence. And now let's see how many members got that wrong for $3,000 each. Here we go.
Wow.
Nice. 12 of them got it wrong. That's another $36,000, sir. Brings you now up to $76,000 in cash. And the choice is yours. Take the money and run, or try to take on the mob. What do you say?
I think I'm going to get Bert and Ernie questions again, and I gotta hope I don't get a really tough math question again. I want the mob. Let's go.
He wants the mob. All right. Well, let's see how well he does. It's now 1 versus 61. Even though I'm blocking it over here on the left side of the screen, each person eliminated this round will get you $4,000.
All right.
Here it comes. In the lyrics to the holiday song, what can be found on Frosty the Snowman? A carrot nose, a silk hat, or giant snowballs? Mob, lock in your answers. All right, they have locked in their answers. Kevin, over to you.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of the song in my head. Corn cob pipe. Button nose, so I guess A would be out. Little top hat. I don't remember it being referred to as silk. Boy, this is tough.
I'd say you could ask for help, but unfortunately you've used both of them, so it is all on you at this point. Well, try singing it out loud. Maybe you'll come across something.
Let's go with B, Silk Hat, lock it in. Jiminy.
All right, locking in Silk Hat. All right. After some tough time thinking, he came up with Silk Hat. Is that the correct answer? Yes, it is. He got it.
Oh, yeah. I just can't remember carrot nose or giant snowballs,
yes.
And good thing I sang that out.
Hey, you did. And look, we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Goodness. 14 mob members eliminated there for another $56,000, sir. Grand total now, $132,000 cash is yours. You can take that money and walk right now, or risk it and go on, continue to take on the mob. You are past the halfway point. And remember, if you can get rid of all 100 of them, it's worth $1 million to you. So the question you got to ask yourself now, do you want the money or do you want the mob?
Has it been done before? Going all the way.
Not on this channel, but it has been done on the show before. Someone has gone all the way.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
But remember,
Jason something or other.
Yeah, but as you go on the game, just know the questions will get harder and harder as you play along. So,
audience, what should I do? I know there's some of you watching.
Folks in the MVG crowd watching from the audience, guys, you need some help. Does you take the money, take the mob? What do you guys say?
The mob! The mob!
Whatever your instinct tells you.
All right,
Got a couple
I've heard.
opinions.
2 votes for the mob, 1 for whatever my instinct tells me. I'll take the mob.
He wants the mob!
Yay.
All right.
Now, this way I can offload the blame if I need to.
Yeah. Well, you're past the halfway point. Let's see what you can do. It's 1 versus 47. Now, each mob member you eliminate in this question is worth $5,000.
All right.
So here it comes. Who is the current president of Iran? Now, this was probably at the time of writing this question, so just keep that in mind. Who is the current president of Iran? Is it A, B, or C? Mob locking your answers. I would try and read those out, but I know I'm going to butcher them harder than Jason butchers meat at his.
Well, there's only one of them that I recognize, Brandon, and that would be Ahmadinejad. And you know that old saying, "When in doubt, Charlie out." You ever heard that saying?
I have.
So, because I'm familiar with Ahmadinejad, I'm not entirely sure that's correct or not, and I do believe in when in doubt, Charlie out. Let's go for broke and say C, Ahmadinejad. Lock that in.
It is locked in. I genuinely don't know the answer to this one. Most of the other ones I've been okay with, but this one I have no idea. Let's see if you're right. Is it Ahmadinejad? It is. You got it right.
Yes, sir.
I see how many mob members got it wrong for $5,000 each. There we go. Come on. Keep them coming. Keep them
All
coming.
the way. Come on.
14 of them got it wrong. As another $70,000, Kevin. You're now up to $202,000. That is a lot of money up for grabs here, sir. I simply just got to ask you, do you want the money or do you want the mob?
I'm going to put you on the spot right now, Scruggsy, and ask you, do you know the highest score of this game on your series?
Not right offhand, but I don't think it's much past like 250,000, probably.
So if I were to stop right now, I'd have the record.
You'd be pretty close, I'd say. I think you'd probably have to go one more if you want the record for that.
Give me the mob then. Let's do it!
He wants the mob! All right, man. I really am hoping for you here. You've got 33 mob members left. It is 1 versus 33. And each mob member you eliminate this time is worth $6,000. So, here comes the question.
All right.
Jesus, Vishnu, and Buddha each opened Twitter accounts. If all their followers became followers, who would actually have the biggest following? Jesus, Vishnu, or Buddha? I'm locking your answers. All right, Kevin. Hypotheticals here for you. If Jesus, Vishnu, and Buddha all open Twitter accounts, and all the people who followed them in the religion actually followed them online, which one of them is going to have the most followers?
You know, I truly believe, based on what I have learned as an interfaith minister, which you know very well about me, Christianity is the most widely followed based on what I have learned. So, in hoping that these are not, this is not a stumper, a trick question, or anything of that sort, I've got to go with, I got to go with Jesus, A, and lock that in.
Locking it in. All right. Again, another one that I wish I knew the answer to, but I do not. Let's find out. Would Jesus have the most followers on Twitter? But let's see how many mob members got it wrong, first off. 14 of them got it wrong. So there's another $84,000 up for grabs if Jesus has the most Twitter followers. He won. He got it.
Woo!
Very, very impressive, sir.
Thank you.
That is $84,000, and just you've reached the point now where I get to give you a sneak peek at your next question. Which has the most sheets? Which has the most sheets? So keep that in mind, because you have $286,000, and we're going to be dealing with some sheets on the next question. The question simply now becomes, do you want your money, or do you want the mob?
Boy, that could be anything. The most sheets? Oh, man. So maybe I have the highest score now.
Probably. I mean, without actually going to look at like the 2 or 3 episodes I have, you probably do have the most.
I'm just trying to think of what that question could possibly entail. The most sheets. Could have something to do with betting, could have something to do with weather, could have something to do with food. You know what? I think we've honored Bob Saget quite well tonight. I've had a great time with you, and everyone at MVG watching, I hope you think we've done him well. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. I'm out of here.
All right, no shame in that. So you're going to walk and take the money?
Yep, I'm done.
He's taking the money. No shame in that at all, sir. He just won $286,000. Congratulations. No shame in that at all, sir. Well done to you. And we try to give Bob Saget a little bit of honor and memory here on our game of 1 versus 100. I'd like to thank Kevin for playing, and most importantly, I'd like to thank you for watching, and to the members and family and friends who knew Bob Saget. We, all of us here at MVG, send you our condolences and hope that you get through this hard time of grieving and sorrow for the loss of your friend, your loved one, or even a family member here. So,
indeed.
That's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you'd like to see more games of 1 versus 100, check out the very short playlist up there in the corner. And if you want to subscribe to see other great game shows like this in the past, present, and future, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions.
Brandon?
Yes, Kevin?
I think it's appropriate that you add into that. Keep those cameras safely rolling in honor of Bob.
I was getting there. You're jumping ahead of me on the gun, Kevin. It's okay.
Hope you don't mind.
But yeah, we again, our condolences to the family and to the loved ones of him, and we thank you for watching, and we will see you next time right here. And keep those cameras safely rolling. And Mom, whenever I get home, I would like my cake for my birthday. Just saying. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
We got laughs from coast to coast to make you smile. A real life look at each of you.